Friend Info Adventure Co. is an immaturely mature podcast. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Welcome back. I'm Riley, the Bunker Master and Plunger for these last few sessions. Let's go. Let's do this. We start all of our episodes with frivolous facts, of course. This is episode like 70-something or odd. Let's see. I'm going to do a frivolous fact about Plunger. A frivolous fact about Plunger is that he has thrown a lot of parties, but hasn't attended very many parties. Like, other than the ones he's thrown, he doesn't get a lot of invites to the parties. I think part of that is also that there was a while where he was with the loot hoarders, right? So a lot of the times when somebody would throw a party, a lot of people would steal their stuff. So like essentially the gift offering buddies, they stopped inviting loot hoarders because they kept stealing their stuff. And then the hoarders don't throw parties because they don't want people to steal their stuff. But he was a little bit more like, well, I can lose some stuff. That's fine. Like, you lose some, you steal some.
Hi, I'm Phil. I play Tarquin Britstone. A frivolous fact about Tarquin is that he always French exits his own parties.
Wow, I love that.
He gets bored kind of quickly, so even if it's a party that he's hosted, it might even be at his house for like his birthday or his whatever. Once he's hit his limit, he just sneaks out, doesn't say goodbye to anyone.
I also think it's interesting. I feel like we've maybe talked about this before, but I don't know, is that you guys call it a French exit. Like you just leave without saying goodbye, right?
Irish goodbye, right? Is that what you say?
Yeah, we call it an Irish goodbye, which I'm sure both things are offensive, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I've always heard of it as a French exit, too.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. All right, well, I don't know. Maybe it's just some people use one and other people use the other.
Whenever he does it, he says au revoir, but in an Irish accent.
Can you do that? Can you try and do that?
Right, let me see then. All right, au revoir then.
Bravo!
That wasn't bad, actually.
That was pretty damn good.
He's had many years to perfect it, obviously.
Hi, I'm Matt. I play Good Boy. A frivolous fact about Good Boy is that I'm thinking about Mario now for some reason after that, Riley.
Because I said the let's go?
Yeah. Like Mario, he has a lizard that he rides into battle named Josh.
Is this like not presently? He doesn't have his lizard presently with him, but...
No, he doesn't have it currently.
Is that connected to the frogs in any way?
We could be.
His frogs grow up to be lizards, right? That he can ride into battle.
That's how I get new frogs, is that there's a brick wall that I punch and somehow there's a new frog in it.
Yeah, as one does. But it has to be above you. You have to punch upwards towards the brick wall. You can't punch it from the side.
No.
Glorious. Well, then let's go over to... Oh, wait. Oh, no. Bill just typed that he tried Gaelic with a French accent and that it doesn't work. Do you want to give an example of why it doesn't work?
Well, it's just slan. You can't do that in a French accent. Slan. Oh, slan. Doesn't work.
Oh, like, okay, wait, give us some Gaelic.
Well, I just looked up what's Gaelic for goodbye. You know, like the opposite of saying goodbye in French, but with an Irish accent. So saying goodbye in Irish, but with a French accent.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it doesn't work. I apologize for the interruption.
That's okay. Editing that out.
Au revoir.
You look so stupid.
Can I French exit this podcast?
Oh my gosh, that would be kind of hilarious. If we like never address it or anything if somebody left, and it's just like, we just keep going.
Just type in the messages like, oh, BRB, and then just never come back.
Oh, that would be so sad, but kind of funny.
I really want you to do that right at the end. Be like, okay, and we're all going to say goodbye now.
Anyway, sorry.
Okay, a frivolous backstory about New Albion is that there were loads of mills on River Richard, and the millers became so wealthy that they made a guild called Dick Millers, but they became powerful enough to challenge the monarchy and were forcibly disbanded, and now it's a slur to call someone Dick Miller. And the last person to call Lucinda that no longer has a tongue.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
Unrelated though, right? It was just like tongue cancer and they had to chop the tongue off.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No. Wow. Dangerous. Does Lucinda have a bit of a temper when it comes to like somebody insulting them?
I feel like, yeah, if they offended the pride of the Britstones.
Oh, okay. Not necessarily specific about her, but if it's like the overall name, Britstone name.
Yeah, I feel like she would take offense at that.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Previously on Friend and Foe Adventure Co. Last session, Isaac took over Deimos' body. He wanted tuning forks destroyed so he could destruct his weapons to him, which was a goal that would ultimately help everyone out. Tarquin and Isaac had yelled about a song called The New Gods Suck Balls, which led to identifying 3 possible cultists. One headed into conference room 3, then Fayleon chatted with one at a bar. That was Damascus Archibald. She spooked him by calling him out on his word choice, and he felt uncomfortable, so he left. He left and he met up with Lord Xavier Faraday, who was wearing a polka dot dress. The two of them looked significantly different, so it didn't matter that they sounded practically the same. Yeah, right? Everybody knows the difference between the two. And they talked about moving up the timeline by like 45 minutes, which you don't know exactly what that means. You don't know when the original timeline is supposed to happen. And then they said they were going to go talk to others about moving up the timeline. Fayleon sent Pigeon to follow Lord Xavier Faraday. While that was happening, you guys destroyed all of the tuning forks. You decided to meet up in the bathroom. Tarquin decided to go and see if he could find the cultists they hadn't fully identified that went into conference room 3. Plunger helped Isaac go to the loot realm to try and help him find a way to restore his home universe. Right before going into the loot realm, Isaac ejected himself from Deimos' body in the form of a ball that made it possible for Deimos to increase his LED face lights to projector levels. That's how he was able to do the skull projection. Which means that Deimos can't even do his flashlight anymore with his face. His brightness has been turned down. But it doesn't matter because Deimos is now booting up. Loot popped out, and it was Isaac's weapons that he had teleported in. So now you all have access to his weapons, which you'll split up later. Somebody's just going to store them for now and then later distribute them. Somebody trusted, I'm sure, right? Tarquin, you're headed to conference room 3, and you get a text on your Echo Stone.
Am I getting a text in real life, or are you reading it to me?
No, I'll read it to you.
Cool.
It says, I couldn't tell you if they're members of the new gods, but if you send a pic, I could probably tell you if they're followers of the old gods. And then another text comes in, P.S. I got intel that the new gods are going to make their play at the end of Fairy Force speech.
I'm going to text back, who's this?
She doesn't reply.
She. Ooh. I'm going to text back, Brenda? Question mark.
You get a reply that says, you texted me.
Did I?
You did. You had texted her asking if she could help you find out who the new gods members were. Like if you texted a name or something.
Oh. Okay, I messaged back saying, just checking you've not been compromised. Smooth.
You just get an ellipses reply.
Excellent.
There you go. Are you continuing on
yes.
towards... Okay.
What are the doors to conference room 3? Are they guarded? Is like what's...
No. There's like a hallway that leads in between conference room 3 and the great conference room. Let me double check that.
Oh. Suck that, conference room 3. Otherwise known as the OK conference room.
You turn down a hallway and there's the great conference room to your left, and then there's conference room 3 to the right. Right as you turn down that way, there's like a little alcove, and right as you go around the corner, there would be like a drinking fountain there, and somebody grabs you and pulls you in. It is a woman.
Gross.
Yeah, she makes the most aggressive move. I heard you dissing the new gods.
And?
Well, what do you know about them?
You very little.
What are you doing here?
Who are you?
My name's Veronica Wiggins.
Okay, and? What are you doing here?
Are you trying to find new gods or something?
I'm just trying to find out information at this point.
Well, what kind of information?
Jesus Christ, Veronica, you are needy. Why should I trust you?
I've got inside info. You help me, I help you.
Can I Can I do an insight check to see if there's anything immediately untrustworthy about her? An eye patch, a hunchback? Is she wearing a black cloak? Does she have a hooked nose with a wart on the end of it?
Yeah, go ahead and roll an insight.
That is an 18.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Has she dropped her purse and her evil ID card has fallen onto the carpet?
Yeah. Her new god's card falls out. She is dressed.
Good.
So there's that. And that is enough for you to know. No. Well, I don't know. Let's see. How would Veronica Wiggins be dressed? I should have.
I think Veronica Wiggins is the Lois Lane of New Albion.
Like a reporter.
Yeah. I mean, the way you said that was surprised indicates that I'm probably wrong.
Nope. I am making her a reporter.
Oh my god, can she get me Superman's number?
She is a human. You can see she's wearing one of those brown trench coats, and then underneath she's got a white dress, but the jacket flap opens for a second and you can see like a reporter's badge. And then you also see a lot of people are wearing flowers, right? That you've seen throughout the party. And so she's got a corsage. Oh gosh. I always forget the difference. Anyway, like pinned to her dress. She's got
that would be a boutonniere then, wouldn't it? Corsage is what you have on your wrist, isn't it?
Oh, you're right. You are absolutely right. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? She's just got like, there's a pencil behind her ear. Very reporter-like.
She's got a flower in her mouth.
There's a pencil behind her ear. It's got chew marks on it, but attached to the pencil is a black rose with a red line down the center.
Okay. Well, I see no reason not to trust this woman.
I'm sorry. Wait, hold up. She does have that. You see the reporter badge. You rolled a high enough insight that earlier, because it's been like a month and a half since we've actually played.
Yes.
There was a group where you tried to do like some joke with everybody and you rolled low and made them uncomfortable. And then you mentioned the new gods. And then one woman seemed to react to it. And she was wearing a black dress with red, like vertical stripes. And she also had a black rose with a red line down the center of it.
Okay.
So there's that link there.
I'm just going to cock an eyebrow and go, nice flower, Veronica.
Ooh, do a talk check.
A 0?
Was that a nat 1 or was it like a 2 and a -2?
That was a nat 1. And so -1 then.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Bad.
Yeah.
Let's just say bad.
Very, very bad. All right.
So she instantly just slaps him.
Yeah. Yes, that's what happens. She slaps you.
Ow.
And you take 4 damage.
I'm like, geez, do you want my help or not?
How dare you talk about my flower?
Wait, is it to my shields or to my face?
To your face. To your health.
Oh, no.
Please, can he walk around with just a handprint on his face for the rest?
That was the max damage, so yes, totally. I was rolling a d4 and you got a 4. So there's now like a red handprint on your face.
Sorry, I feel like I'm making everything worse, but I'm enjoying it.
No, it's great. It's fun.
Okay. You clearly don't want my help then.
No, I'm not the one. I don't need your help.
Why did you grab me?
Sounds like you need my help. I thought maybe you were interested in the Cult of the New Gods members or something.
Yeah, I am.
I've identified a couple of them.
Okay, what do you know? Who do you know?
Well, that's the thing, right? There's these witch's milk flowers that they're giving away in conference room 3. And I guess whoever has the most at the end of the night, it gets some sort of prize. I'm interested in that prize. If you collect the most of these flowers, I will tell you names.
And is that flower with the red line down it? Is that a witch's tit flower or whatever it's called?
Witch's milk. No, witch's milk has been brought up before.
Was it an ingredient in the spicy potion?
No, this was something that Fayleon had gone and found at that flower shop. Fayleon and Goodboy went to that flower shop and found that Lucas Montpellier was getting witch's milk, knight's tale, and death orchids.
Interesting.
They are small flowers with dark petals, black, very dark purple, very dark blue, dark gray, those kind of colors on one flower.
How do I get them?
Conference room 3 is a bunch of games. So you play games, you win the games, and you win flowers.
Okay, thank you. I'll go do that then.
Okay, find me after.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I'll give you a name for every flower that you bring me.
Okay, that sounds fun. Like a relevant name, or just Janice, Kelly, Martin.
Relevant name.
Excellent. Just it's always best to clarify, isn't it? Because you don't want to be like duped.
Yeah, yes, that was smart.
Yeah, see? Okay, cool. Where will you be? Just in this alcove, or?
I mean, I'll be around.
Can I have your number?
Talk about my flower and ask for my number? No. I don't trust you there.
Okay.
Just find me around. Search for me after. Come on.
Okay, yeah, we'll do. Okay, well, thanks for the thing. I walk off and I immediately get my thing out and text Brenda Veronica Wiggins, ?
Okay, roll a talk check.
What the fuck is that? 2.
Okay, no immediate reply.
My hands are so sweaty, the autocorrect is just like, Vermont wheelchair.
Lucinda, Good Boy, and Plunger, you guys have just left the bathroom, leaving your other friends to take care of each other. Make sure nobody does anything weird or, whatever it is. Well, before you guys called us up on stage and then took us to the bathroom and did this whole side thing, Good Boy and I were just about to get drinks. So, Good Boy, did you still want to get drinks? Lucinda, do you want to join us for drinks?
Yes.
I don't want to interfere if Tarquin is going to have fun solo adventure time. If you want, company, she would probably not trust Tarquin to solo, so...
I'm going to send a message real quick. Hey guys, I've got a lead. If you spot anyone out there that's got a witch's milk flower, try and steal it from them. I'll explain later. Bye.
Plunger has his Tamagotchi, so he has no idea. He doesn't get the message.
Did you include me in that message, or was that just to the others?
Yeah, to everyone that's currently on the job.
Okay then, let's go and heist some witch's milk flowers.
Oh yeah, okay. You like those or something? We're just supposed to collect those?
Tarquin wants them, but we don't know what for.
He wrote a note earlier.
Yeah. I don't want to say that he sent a message, because Plunger is breaking my heart here.
I mean, it's okay. He knows he doesn't have a real Echo Stone.
Oh no, honestly. I really want to just adopt him. Yeah, cool. Right, Tarquin wants them. So, I mean, that can't go wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah, anything for my best buddy.
Yeah. No, he specifically said that you would be the best at identifying them.
Yeah, I mean, I did find coconuts for him, so...
You did, yeah. Do I happen to know what they look like?
Well, I don't know. Give me an insight.
Do I have a bunch of selfies that I took of me and Fayleon picking them up from the flower shop?
Yeah, so many selfies.
I'm sorry. Those professional photographer pictures where people lie one on top of the other, and it's just Good Boy and Fayleon and Pigeon, or lying there with flowers everywhere.
Yeah, totally.
It's the American Beauty poster, but with witch's milk flowers.
Good Boy, you can give me an insight roll as well with +3.
Dirty 20.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, I would say you are definitely aware.
Yeah, that's pretty good for me.
Yeah, I got an 18, by the way.
Oh yeah, you remember. You definitely remember from that flower shop. You remember the anthropomorphic dog and the witch's milk.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys describe that to Plunger? Plunger's just oh yeah, witch's milk. Definitely know that.
Yeah, just look at all these selfies.
Oh, great. Swipes one too far. Whoa, what was that picture? I didn't want to see that.
Sorry, that was my breakfast.
What are you eating?
I can't legally tell you that.
Normally, people take pictures before they eat it.
Yeah, that makes so much more sense.
So here now, we are going to introduce time tokens. You're going to spend time tokens to perform actions. So right now, Tarquin would know this because he said that the plan was that it would come at the end of Randall Fairyfour's speech. Did you want to communicate that out?
Hey guys, I just heard from probably Brenda. So the bad guys are going to make their move when Fairyfour finishes his speech.
Is that they're going to make the move when Randall Fairyfour finishes his speech, or 45 minutes before he finishes his speech?
Oh, unless they were going to wait for 45 minutes after he finished the speech, and now they're not. His speech ends with, and now we have a big surprise. And then he just stands there for 45 minutes.
And that's the surprise.
Sorry, I really do get confused with timey-wimey things.
Yeah, it's a confusing thing, but I think it's pretty straightforward to say that Brenda doesn't have that intel that Fayleon had of them possibly moving it forward 45 minutes.
Do we happen to know whether his speech goes on for exactly 45 minutes?
Loot Goblin here. Gordon, loot is what I do, and I found this pamphlet with the times. It says here that in 2 hours, Randall Ferryford is going to give his big speech for the night, and that's supposed to last 15 minutes long. Let's just put times on it. In 2 hours and 15 minutes, his speech will be finished.
So have we got an hour and a half then before they do whatever they're going to do?
And then to add to you guys is that all you know is that they are talking about moving it forward 45 minutes, but it's not for sure. So now you don't know whether it's going to happen at, let's say, 10:30 or 11:15, right? Like, so you've either got 90 minutes worth of time tokens or 135.
So when they do something, are we waiting till they do something and then reacting, or are we hoping to stop them doing something?
That's not me. I mean, Plunger doesn't know shit. You guys have literally not let Plunger in on this plan.
Yeah, I'm still working on information. Oh, something about a cult?
Okay, so is it specific to the time, or is it specific to Randall's speech? What if we somehow stop Randall Ferryford from doing his speech?
We could do that.
We could tape his mouth shut.
But if they're doing it 45 minutes earlier, that'll be half an hour before his speech anyway.
That's true. Shit.
If we work on the assumption that we have an hour and a half.
Anything else will be a bonus.
Yeah. What are we trying to do? We're trying to kill people? We're trying to stop something? We're trying to just see if it happens?
We don't know what their big move, what their big play is going to be. But if it's the New God people, then it's going to be something bad, because they're the ones that put the Kevin into Bastion, and they're the ones that Brenda's team, the Cult of the Old Gods, want to stop. I explained all of this to you in the Drag Race toilet.
This involves flowers somehow?
Oh, yeah, so I met Veronica Wiggins.
Oh my gosh, she writes such intellectual articles. I love her.
Oh, you know her?
Only through her work.
What does she write in?
What Echo channel does she report for?
She has her own show called Giving You the Wiggins. Oh, that was her. Anyway, she told me there's some sort of contest going on with the cult. Whoever can collect the most witch's milk flowers is the winner.
Right. Do we want to win?
Well, she's offered to trade us information for the flowers. So I guess she wants to win so that she can report on what they're doing.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm almost at the door to conference room 3, so I've got to go.
Okay, I'm filled with a deep sense of foreboding, but okay.
Don't worry about it.
A quick question. Where are people getting these flowers from?
Veronica said that people are winning them in games in conference room 3, but I was just thinking maybe if any guests had been in conference room 3 and won some games and then popped out for a drink or a dance, they'd have the flowers with them, and that might be prime opportunity to swipe those flowers from them. But I really am really close to the door now, so I really need to go.
Okay. When you go in, can you tell us where they're giving the flowers out from?
Yes. Bye.
Did he say games? I love games.
You love games. I am forming a vague plan that we go into conference room 3 and either nail all these games or let Plunger play the games, cause absolute havoc, and then I just swipe a big box of the prizes while no one's looking.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, that could work. I don't know why you assume I would cause some sort of distraction, because I'd be so good. They would everybody would want to observe me.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm down.
Cool. As we're mooching along, can I see anyone wearing these flowers?
Ooh, roll a search check.
15.
Yeah, you spot 2 people wearing them as you're walking towards the conference room.
And they're just looking totally innocent, just wearing these lovely dark flowers.
Yep. Both of them just have 1.
Okay, right. Well, I feel like I don't know what's going on, but I'm happy to go play some games. And I have been rolling incredibly high, so it can only go downhill from here.
I'm going to say it's 2 time tokens for us to walk there. So everybody's going to spend 2. I'll keep track of all the time tokens.
How long is a time token?
Each time token's 1 minute.
So we've got 90.
90 or 135.
Nice.
So Tarquin, you enter the room, and it is a large conference room. It's got lots of stations with different games in there.
Is there Hook a Gnome?
Yes. Yep, there's Hooker Gnome. Hooker Gnome. Hooker Gnome? Yep. Adding that on there, which is essentially like that fish game, right? Where you have like a fishing pole and the like gnomes just open the mouths type of thing and you try and like hook one.
Let's go with yes.
Yeah. There's like that game where they have the fish on the like rotating platform.
Yeah. What other kinds of games are there?
They have titles on them, banners with them. There's Heels Overhead Obstacle Course. There's Blind Sewing. There's The Tea Bass and Shot in the Dark.
And do I have to like register my entrance into the competition or?
No, they kind of go in cycles. So every 10 minutes, they start a session. There's 6 total contestants per session. So you can only win most of them once.
Okay, how long till the next session starts? Because I'm just saying, if I wait for the others to get here, we can all be playing a separate game during the same 10 minutes and sort of maximize our time token usage.
Perfect. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, while I'm waiting for the others, I'm just, just going around observing. But, I'm going to try and sneakily, take some snaps on my Echo Stone so I can send them to Brenda, because she said send her pictures and she'll tell me.
Yes, roll a interact check for the snaps.
15.
Okay, roll a d6.
4.
4. Okay, you get 4 good picks.
Excellent. I send them to Brenda.
She doesn't immediately reply, but you've sent them so she can do her checking.
Good.
And then everybody joins up. Tarquin, we ready to rock some games?
Yeah, this is really important, Plunger. So I need you to absolutely try your best, okay?
Oh, I don't give anything less than my best. You saw me in Dungeon Drag Race.
I did, yes. So let's channel that enthusiasm.
Okay, great. You got it, pal, buddy.
Yeah.
He looks around. Are we going to do the games together, separate?
I think we should split up, but we need to try and not make it obvious that we're working together. If they see us pooling our flowers together, that might raise suspicion.
Are we going to compete at the same games?
No, we each play a game each. Oh, what? If we filled up a game, then it wouldn't matter who won because our group would get the flower.
Well, there's 6 competitors. So there's a 2 out of 6, right, that could get it otherwise. So you just have to beat those. Oh, I said you could only win it once, but really most of them you can only compete once.
Okay, I'm just wondering whether do we stand... is it easier for us to take a game each and hope we win, or to take each game together and guaranteed win? But then that would take more time.
Yeah, there's a chance that all 4 of us could win one game, but it would be all apart. Or we stack the odds and more likely that one of us wins.
Yeah. How many different games were there, sorry?
5 games.
If we wanted to play each game, it would take us 50 minutes. That's only just over half our time. Yeah, let's do it. I think we should all play the same games then, because that's more chance of us winning flowers for our collective pot.
I mean, I'm good with that. Good boy, Lucinda.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Did you say if they have skee ball?
Oh, you know what? Let's look. Roll a search check.
That's a 14 plus 3, I think.
Yes, they have skee ball, and in it, you have these balls that are on literal skis, and you have to slide those across and into holes up like a ski slope.
I thought for sure you were going to say skag ball.
That would have been good too. And you roll skag balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to alter that. Yeah. Okay. They have Kragan ball, which is a pre-sequel reference because the Kragan are like skags, but some of them roll up in balls and roll towards you in a roll attack. So the balls are essentially these they're almost perfect balls, but they have little bumps on them. So it's not a guarantee that you're going to roll it straight.
Almost perfect balls, you say?
Almost perfect balls. There, we've added a 6th game.
Nice.
Each one goes in 10-minute intervals. So, wouldn't you know it, we can stop, go to the next one. And some of those are like, you're just waiting in the line type of thing. But like, essentially, you get it done within 10 minutes.
How long? It takes 10 minutes to complete a game?
Yeah. So like 10 minutes covers the like line and competing and everything, right?
Okay. How many flowers are we meant to get for this woman?
Well, the more, the better.
Where are they giving the flowers out from? Who's running this room?
Each game has its own little station. You see like people who get prizes. They are handed the witch's milk flower when they finish.
I mean, I still think Plunger is like nicking things all the time. He could just go and nick.
Well, I mean, they're behind the table and it's like maybe inside a lockbox type thing or like a box that you have to open. So it would be tricky, but it could be possible for sure.
Right. Well, whatever you fancy.
My point, if we can only enter each game once, then surely the maximum anyone can ever get is 6, right? So the best score is 6 because you won every game.
Yeah. Okay. Good point. Wow. Look at you being all clever today.
# winning.
So do it as a group?
I'm happy with that.
Basically, an hour to do the games, win the thing, trade the flowers, and then just under half an hour to act on whatever we learn, right? Easy.
So easy. Wait, do we want to cheat at these games?
Depends. I mean, if it's 4-2 that one of us will win, do we need to cheat?
Well,
Probably.
And I'm just conscious if we get caught cheating and some of us get thrown out or penalized in some way, that will damage our chances, right?
True. Britstones don't need to cheat. We're natural winners.
Yeah.
wait, am I a Britstone?
Yes, because I adopted you.
Oh, tight. All right.
I feel like Father will not approve of this. No.
God.
I never had a surname before. Plunger Britstone.
Oh.
You know he doesn't like pets.
Hold on, let me try this. Hello there, I'm Plunger Britstone.
Oh my God, Tarquin, it's like your twin brother.
Plunger, try saying it's the Britstone way.
That's the Britstone way.
I legit think if we dress him up a bit, we could fool Crawford.
So that means there's a good chance that 3 out of 4 of us will win.
Yes.
Yes.
I only cheat, so
Well, the reserve plan is just to threaten that the psycho is going to pitch a massive fit if he loses, and everyone should just let you win.
Oh, you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Since we're all competing together, if in the moment right before you roll is that if you wanted to have like a plan to cheat beforehand, you can spend 5 minutes, but that will be like 5 minutes spent for everybody to cheat, to like add a cheat to your roll.
While we all stand there conferring, how are we going to win?
Oh, you know what? Actually, it'll be like you can spend 2 time tokens to add a +1 to your roll. So potentially you could be like, oh, you know what? I would do this. It would take me 4 minutes so I can get a +2. How about that?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Which game are we going to go to first? Heels overhead, obstacle course. Let's just start with the first one. We can hit them up in order.
Yeah.
Middle of the episode. Thanks Nerdvana Games for making this awesome game. If you want to check it out, you should over at nerdvanagames.com. They also have a Kickstarter campaign coming up for the Risk of Rain board game. It's based on the video game of the same name. It's a co-op game, and you can sign up to be notified when it launches. I'll include a link in the episode description. A big shout out to Kyle for our theme song, Vault Hunter. Also, my apologies to both Phil and Kyle for forgetting to write that the outro for last episode is a song by Kyle as well called Gunslinger. He wrote it last year and I've been obsessed ever since. Probably one of my most played songs of all of last year. We used the instrumental version in a couple of episodes, but it was exciting to put the one with lyrics in the episode. So thank you so much, Kyle, for writing it and letting us use it for that episode. And then thank you to Zencastr, who is our sponsor, for providing such an amazing tool for us to use to record our podcast. It does such an incredible job recording, improving the quality. It has some useful tools like removing uhs and ums and silences. There's at a higher paid level, there's ways to get rid of like other filler words or repeat words or other things that can just help improve the overall quality of a podcast. We don't have that. I just do that editing manually. But they can also release episodes for you, release them to all those pod catchers out there. They also record videos. So if you're interested in starting a podcast, whether it's audio or video, you should definitely check out Zencastr. We have a link in our episode description. If you use that to sign up for Zencastr and do a paid membership, then we get a little bit of a kickback for it. So thank you, Zencastr. Thank you, listeners, and enjoy the rest of the episode. Heels overhead. It is an obstacle course. There are 3 parts. And so you have to put on these heels, and they're like stilettos. The first part we get to is the peg floor. So yeah, it's a floor, and there's a bunch of little holes in them. But the holes are small enough that like the front part of our shoe would be able to walk over it comfortably. But the back part of our, the actual heel part would fall into these holes and you could get caught. So you have to traverse check in order to try and run over it as quickly as possible without getting your heel stuck. And the only rule in this, literally the only rule, is that you can't take off the heels.
Okay, well, as someone who's walked on grass in stilettos, it's all about maintaining all the pressure on the front of your foot.
Can I wear the shoes on my hands and then just walk with my normal feet?
Okay, the rule is that you have to wear the heels on your feet.
Okay, just
No,
checking.
but you could do a handstand.
Okay, I'm going to try the Lucinda, like, walking on my toes sort of thing then.
Okay, good boy.
I'm just gonna walk across.
What's your pace?
Probably just casual, I'd say.
I'm going to give you a +2 to your actual check, but it'll be a -2 on the result for how well you do, like how fast you get across. So it kind of balances out. Lucinda, I'll give you a +2 on top of your traverse because you have experience in heels. And then Tarquin and Plunger just going to be normal. Plunger's going to try the same thing of like walking forward on that. Neither of us get like a bonus on it other than our normal traverse check.
How far do we have to walk?
It's like 4 squares, which is like 20 feet.
What are we up against? Who are the other 2 people?
There is Winston Rothschild
Never heard of him.
and Colonel Barnaby Wibbles.
While I'm waiting, I text those 2 names to Brenda.
Okay.
Winston looks like he knows his way around a pair of high heels.
Ready, set, go!
12.
I got 11.
Plunger got a 19.
I rolled an 18 straight up.
Okay, so then you would get the +2 because of the like walking at a casual pace. And then you also get your +2 for normal. So that's 22 for your result, but only a 20 for your time.
Okay.
I mean, that's still a 20 though. Your casual pace is just like, you don't even look at the holes. You just like walk across it while other people are like hurrying, but being a little more careful. You have longer legs.
I did it like a model in a 90s jeans ad. I don't know if anybody remembers those. It'll be them like dancing down the street in like New York City or something.
Yes, I do remember those. So, Plunger, good boy, not a problem. Tarquin and Lucinda, you didn't hurt yourselves going across, but how did you go across maybe a little less gracefully?
Yeah, well, you said I had experience in high heels, and Lucinda actually doesn't. Maybe that means I actually rolled a 9. Canonically, she has said she doesn't.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, I was saying I have stood on grass with heels.
Okay, then in that case, you do get hurt. Roll me a d4.
A 3.
A 3. Okay, you take 3 damage, but describe how you hurt yourself going across.
When the heel buckles a bit, like you go over on your ankle and you wobble, it looks very inelegant, but I now have a, slightly sprained ankle.
I think I'm fine injury-wise, but I'm just really, I'm focusing and looking and thinking exactly where I place each foot, so it just slows me down a lot.
Plunger, he had to get a wider heel, like a wider shoe, because his feet are so wide that it actually ended up not mattering. So he like was still trying to be kind of careful, but there was a couple of times where like he had a little bit of an advantage because of how wide his shoe was.
Nice.
The next part is rock climbing. There's a rock wall in front of you, which generally you don't like use your heel anyways, but there's a couple times where like it could get caught on like, you know, the ledge or something. I'm sure it would be somewhat tricky to completely rock climb in heels.
We rolling?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me roll for those other competitors. Winston, he got a 17, so just a little bit slower than Plunger, but pretty gracefully got through there. And slightly better than Tarquin, Colonel Barnaby Wibbles got through there with a 13. Okay, yes, now traverse check. Is there any cheating or anything that you want to prepare beforehand?
Not yet.
All right, go ahead and roll first.
I did just roll a natural 20 and was really pleased with myself.
Yeah. 18 this time.
I got a 14.
A nat 20 will give you a +4 on, as far as like time-wise, right? So it helps make up a little bit. Okay, nobody got hurt. Let's start with Lucinda. You were the fastest. How'd you get up so fast?
I stand back and spot the most efficient route. Just work my way up.
Okay, so like everybody has started to climb before you started even, but you're like, all right, gonna do this, that, and then all of a sudden you're like climbing and starting to catch up and pass some people.
Yeah.
Tarquin rolled an 18. How'd you get up?
So I literally ignore all the footholds and just jab the stilettos into the wall as
very good
as footholds. So like I'm holding on with my arms obviously, but I'm putting my feet wherever I like. Just jab, 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 jab. Yes.
Awesome. Plunger is so small that it's like his center of gravity. He's so used to like traversing things in certain ways that essentially he just like scurries up the wall, kind of ignoring the handholds too, but like he's able to just like scurry up it. What about Good Boy? How's he go up?
He climbs up backwards.
Yeah, he's used to doing like pull-ups, right? Like backhanded pull-ups or whatever you call it, where your hands are inward. So he just like goes like that and just pulls himself up that way. Doesn't use his legs at all. Well, Winston Rothschild, he rolled a 10, and so he starts going up, and he takes 2 damage as he like uses his nails too much. And so some of his nails are like bending backwards a little bit. Not all the way, just like it definitely hurts a little. So he takes 2 damage there.
A, fucking have that, Winston, but B, ouch.
Yeah, but good old Colonel Barnaby Wibbles, that guy rolled a nat 1. And so he starts climbing up, and he gets right up to the top and starts to celebrate being up there so fast. And then he lets go of both of his hands in like a victory, and then he falls down, and you just hear this clear crunch of bone. And if you look down, you'd see like blood splatter and a bone sticking out of his leg. He full on breaks his shin bone, and it's like protruding out, and then he starts to like climb back up. And so he's going to get a -4 to his entire time, but he also has a severe disadvantage in the next thing if he still can even compete. So, but he's going to try. He's trying. The last thing you get up to is called Slippery Slope, and it is a slope that has like various just like divots and uneven ground, and there's a couple of parts where there seems like some sort of liquid or oil on it. So you just have to get across that slippery slope to the finish line.
Are we going up or down?
It's the ups and down. So it'll like start to go down, and then it goes up, and then there's like a little pothole type thing in it, and then there's just a bunch of like ups and downs to it. Very wavy as well. So there you go. Any cheats or just roll it?
I'm just gonna roll it.
Plunger got a 13.
I got a nat 1.
Oh no!
Got an 11.
Yeah, I got a 12.
Tarquin, roll a d20.
7.
Why don't you go ahead and describe yours? You take 7 damage going across this thing. How does that happen?
Right, I, sort of tottering down and thinking I can use like one of the oil patches to like slide me faster down the slope. But no, it's not oil. It's some sort of like thick, adhesive kind of material. So I go for the slide and just boom, twat straight forward onto my face.
So way behind you, Colonel Barnaby Wibbles is trying to get across, but he ends up just like passing out from blood loss. So he has taken last place. Then Tarquin is after that. Coming in fourth would be Winston Rothschild. He clumsily gets across.
Wait, what was my total?
Oh, sorry. Yes. Colonel Barnaby Wibbles got a 14. Tarquin got a 27. Rothschild got a 37. And then Lucinda and Good Boy, how do you get across?
Like Bambi on ice. Just whoosh.
Ooh, very good description.
Good boy, it's going to be like one of those videos of somebody trying to walk up like a really icy driveway.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, you do get across. You don't hurt yourself, but you do get across. Plunger got a 13 on that one. So very similarly, like occasionally he slips, but he's so like round in a lot of ways that he sort of like rolls forward, luckily into the right direction and ends up taking that. But Plunger ends up winning the whole thing with a 48. So first place is Plunger. He makes it across the goal with a 48. Good Boy and Lucinda make it across at the same time with a 45. A little bit after, Winston Rothschild comes across with a 37. Then Tarquin with a 27. And good old Colonel Barnaby Wibbles doesn't make it across. He had a 14. He ends up bleeding out, passing out. So there you go. Plunger gets the witch's milk.
Aww. So proud of him.
Wait, we need to make it out so we don't know each other, so they don't twig we're going to pool our resources.
Yeah.
I say to the wall.
I won. Look, guys, I won. Hey, who's the best around? It's me, Plunger. This guy's Plunger. Nice to meet you. Good, you put up a good game. And he goes around and shakes everybody's hands. Very big congratulations to himself.
Can he go and shake dead Winston? No, Professor Colonel Fuckwit.
Colonel Barnaby Wibbles?
Yes, him.
Yeah, he absolutely does. He's like being carried out in a stretcher and he shakes his hand. All right, yeah, we did it. Game 1, done. Bam. Game 2?
I'm up for game 2.
All right, let's do this. Blind sewing. So you have a bunch of materials and then sewing like needle and thread. So you have to sew something, some sort of accessory, shirts, clothing item, whatever it is. And whoever sews the most impressive thing wins.
How are we blinded?
Just a blindfold. No, actually, burlap sack over the head.
I have the charm, so they can't see that I've got the bionic eye, right? But could my bionic eye see through a burlap sack?
Ooh, if you want to spend some time to cheat, to like calibrate your eye to go through it.
I think I will, because I think that's an easy one to get away with that nobody will catch me out on. And it's not cheating because it's my bionic eye.
Very true.
So yes, I will do that. Don't look at me like that, Lucinda. I say to the wall.
How many minutes are you going to spend doing it? For every 2 minutes you spend, you get a +1.
But yeah, I'm just going to spend 2 minutes to add 1 to my score.
Sounds good. All right. Yeah, we get up to the front of the line. You can see while we're going, you see people with burlap sacks on their head. They're sequenced. They're really nice looking. They're not like totally drab or anything. You're not going to look like a minger wearing these things. But yeah, we get up to the front and you need to go grab materials and then sew it together. We'll do 2 rolls to grab the materials you want and then sew it together. But you can do them back to back. So it's like first one, grabbing materials, second one, sewing it together. Tarquin, you get a +1 to both rolls.
Do I get a +1 on both rolls? Yeah, cool.
So go ahead and roll. Oh, nat 20!
15 and then 19.
10 and 15. I'm going to really enjoy it if Plunger wins.
Right now, it's looking pretty good.
I got an 11 and an 8.
10 and a 5. This guy's name is Barnaby Grundlord. And then a 15 and a 5 for Sir Strongius Badius.
I text those names to Brenda.
Okay. So that means that Plunger took first place again because he rolled a nat 20, which I gave him a +2 on, and then an 18, so a total of 40. Then Tarquin with 34, Lucinda with 25, Strongius Badius with a 20, Good Boy with a 19, and Barnaby Grundlord with a 15. Plunger's is a nice quilt. that he's somehow managed to like just completely by luck grabbed like the perfect square materials and then was able to like sew them together.
Hey, don't dismiss Plunger. He is used to making stuff out of tat.
That is true. Oh, that's a very good point. Yeah, being used to like having to scrap things together from the loot realm, he's like, yeah, assembled it all very nicely. Bravo. What's yours look like, Tarquin? What did you make?
I made a pretty serviceable waistcoat, but I grabbed 2 slightly different shades of fabric. So like one half and the other half. One's a darker green and one's a lighter green, and it looks a bit, that's the only criticism.
It was because, you calibrated it, but it wasn't quite like, you didn't calibrate the color distinction quite right. So you were almost colorblind.
I made a very nice wraparound skirt, and it actually looks really good, but it is incredibly simple. So, points off for not being complex.
Fair enough. Barnaby Grundlelord made just like a handkerchief. And so he essentially just grabbed one piece of fabric. He did the worst and like tried to cut around the edges of it and even cut himself once or twice doing that. Sir Strongius Badius, he made a scarf that's like presentable. It's fine. It's functional. Doesn't look great. Definitely like uneven. If you held it out straight, you would tell that like some parts are super skinny and then other parts are wider.
I love how those guys both did something that you could do without actually sewing. You could just cut
exactly
a square for a handkerchief and a rectangle, and it's a scarf.
They had to they tried to hem the edges, but not successfely. They ran out of time. What about Good Boy? What'd Good Boy make?
I think he tried to make like a jumpsuit, but he ended up just like sewing making a human-shaped piece of fabric, 2 of them that he sewed together, so it kind of just ends up looking like an oven mitt or something.
Lovely. I mean, hey, that's still nice. Whoa, I'm on top of the world. Nice competition, shaking everybody's hands again. This quilt is gonna keep me nice and warm when I give you all a cold shoulder. I don't know. I'm not good at trash talk.
Which is weird because everything else you do is trash.
Shit, see, that's trash talk.
I said to the wall because I don't know you.
Yeah, somebody else is like, what do you mean everything else? Do those 2 know each other? Are they cheating? Should we go to the next one?
Hooker Gnome.
Oh, do you want to go skip over to Hooker Gnome?
No, it's fine. But, it's just going to be my favorite. Every time I go to Phantom Peak, Phil's there for like the actual treasure hunt and the interactive experience. And I'm like, plateau hooks.
Is that the same thing as what Hooker Gnome is?
Yeah, it's like little platypuses instead of a duck.
Okay, that's what this is. We'll go over to Hooker Gnome. We can't talk about it then and not do it. So here's Hooker Gnome. Actual live gnomes. You said the hoop is on the platypus, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the little pointed hats, just like.
Yes, that's what it is. They're gnome hats hook. So then on the end of our fishing rods, we've got a hoop that we can try and catch them with. Any cheating going on?
Can I try and bribe the gnomes?
Yes, you definitely can. How would you bribe them?
Kind of just like discreetly toss them a gold piece.
Ooh, okay. All right. Since you already have the gold on you, I won't make you add any time to it, but you do have actual gold. So you can choose how much gold you want to throw to them to give you pluses.
Okay.
Every 5 gold, let's say, gives you +1.
I want to do a +3 then, so 15 gold.
Okay, +3. Perfect. If we had this Hooker Gnome before, I totally could have had some sort of mini game for us in real life. Ooh, you know what? Okay, here's what we're going to do. It is going to be a timed thing. So you have your D20 and you can add, actually no additions except for Good Boy. Good Boy, you spent 15, you get a +3, right? So to every roll, you can +3 to it. And you're going to roll for every 15 or higher, you get 1 gnome.
So you're going to time us and we're just going to roll as many times as we can over 15.
Yep. It's just a speed rolling thing. So every time you catch one, just say 1, 2. We're going to be talking over each other, but just make sure you remember that. But say it out loud too. because maybe it'll work in the podcast, maybe it won't.
How long have we got?
Let's do 1 minute. 1 minute. Why not? That could be a lot of rolls. So we have to roll nat 15s. Good boy, you need to roll 12s or higher, right? That's going to be easier than saying like +3. You just get like your difficulty is reduced by 3.
I'm excited.
I'm too. This is silly. We are going up against Lord Sir Baxius Zillith Romanus III, Esquire, first of his name, and Aviern Saint Shorewatch.
I text those to Brenda.
Can you tell me what the first name was?
Axius Basilius something, first of his name.
Roll a talk check. Or no, roll an insight. Either way.
8. I'm just going to text her something, first of his name.
Okay. On your mark. Get set. Go! Ooh, 1. 2.
1.
3. 4. 5. Whoa, 6. 7. 8.
5.
3.
9.
4.
6. 7.
10. 11.
8.
12. Oh my gosh. 13.
7.
10.
14. 15.
8.
12.
9.
13. 14.
10.
15. 16.
16.
11. 12.
Done.
16.
I got 16 as well.
I got 15.
Gosh, you're really good.
Oh, 15? Nice.
Yeah.
How many did you get, Lucinda?
12. This is what I was saying about I'm not very good at hook and name. I just have no skill.
Because I thought we would get higher. I'll just roll a d20 to see how many each of them caught. Okay, that's a 15 and a 12. So, did you roll any nat 20s, Tarquin?
1.
You did roll 1? I was thinking after the fact, of course, it's like we probably could have done like +1s to our rolls, but it's fine. This actually works out better. Ties are friendly. So we both get witch's milk.
Hey.
Ooh, that's
So
good.
what, we got 4 for the team now.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Ugh. Can't believe I bribed the gnomes and I still didn't.
I know.
They were not trying hard enough.
One
Yeah.
away.
That's gnomes for you.
That tricky little bugger's a gnome mistake.
That was fun. In hindsight now, I would have done nat 20s give you 2 gnomes and a nat 1, like one of your gnomes scampers off and you lose a gnome.
Oh, good job that didn't happen then.
Did you get quite a few nat 1s?
I definitely got more nat 1s than nat 20s.
Oh boy, okay. I got like 4 nat 20s, but I also got like 4 nat 1s. So I feel like it would have evened out.
Me. Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, hey, tied. Great job again, going around shaking hands. Plunger is somewhat undefeated. Tie doesn't count as a defeat, so.
No, that's true. Right, what's next?
Next, we've got the tea bass. It is a loudmouth bass in a fish tank, and you have like a privacy booth type of thing. So you go in there and you just tell it a secret. There's also a stone there that you have to put your hand on and then speak while touching that stone. And it's a speaking stone that makes it so that you have to be telling the truth. And every 10 minutes, they open it up so that it can come out and spill the tea. And it's going to spill the juiciest tea that was said.
What, so we win by giving it the juiciest gossip?
Yep. But it has to be true.
Okay.
If you want to try and lie, you have to roll a nat 20 on a talk check.
I don't feel like I'm going to get that.
Let's have everyone write down your tea.
Are we going for like deepest, darkest secrets or bitchy got like what? I don't.
Does it have to be about you or about someone else?
It can be literally anything, right? You could tell it that like it's usually like spill the tea essentially is the idea, right? Like the tea bass. So it's going to choose whatever it thinks the juiciest gossip is. So like whatever you think is the juiciest gossip you could give it. If it's about yourself, it could potentially be juicy. If it's about someone close to you, it could be very juicy. If it's about somebody who we never interact with, not that juicy. But, whatever you think is going to be the juiciest tea, the more of a secret it is, the juicier it'll be.
What modifiers are we using for this one?
I think we'll group vote. I think we'll just share it and nobody say out loud what they think, but we'll type it in and vote for somebody's who has the juiciest tea. But you can't vote for yourself.
So did you still want us to write this down?
Yeah, still write it down, because then you can't change it based on somebody else's tea,
Although won't this reveal that we know each other?
No, because you essentially go in there and you just are telling the Bast the tea. But as far as what we determine is the juiciest for the Bast to reveal, it could potentially reveal that you know each other. Yeah, I guess so. It might reveal that.
Unless we say it in a way that doesn't name someone, you could just say like my friend or my sister or whatever.
Okay, but if you use names, it's going to be juicier. So you might reveal it, but really, I don't know what it matters that if we know each other that much, because it's not like, we're all just winning potentially one witch's milk.
True, but at the end, we're going to combine them all together to give them to Veronica Wiggins, right?
But does that matter either?
No, I suppose.
Okay, here's, I think, some rankings. If it's somebody in the room, higher gossip. If it's somebody at the party, still pretty high gossip. If it's somebody you just know, like medium gossip. If it's somebody that people might not know, fairly low gossip.
What were the names of the people that we're competing against for this round, by the way?
We've got Benedict Bally and T. Paxton Studenbecker.
I text those to Brenda.
All right, let's go through and read everybody's juicy gossip. So,
are we reading them or typing them?
Yeah, we'll read them. Everybody's going to be honest, right? So, Tarquin, you go into the booth.
In the past, my dad has paid all of Lucinda's partners to leave her because when she's happy, she's not as focused on her work. Like, whenever she gets a boyfriend or a girlfriend, he pays them to leave her.
Whoa.
Sorry.
I mean, if that comes out, that could change the course of history.
It's something he would do, though.
It really is. No wonder Lucinda thinks she's unlovable.
Anyway, that's my tea.
Okay, next up, Lucinda. What do you go in and say?
Veronica Wiggins bribes clay servants to spy on their employers, and when they give her a scoop, they mysteriously disappear.
Okay. Good boy, you're next.
In the last game, I saw Lord Sir What's-His-Name bribe the gnomes.
This has to be true, though.
That has to be true?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a speaking stone there that you have to hold and then you speak and it forces you to tell the truth. But if you want to lie, you can try and roll a nat 20. You can try and roll a d20, and then if you fail, you end up saying that you cheated.
Okay. I mean, there's no way. Oh! Got a 19.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, that's so close.
So go ahead. What did you tell it?
I think I tried to say Lord Sir... What was his name? Baxius?
Yeah, Lord Sir Baxius Zidith Romanus III Esquire, first of his name.
Yeah, I think I try and say Lord Sir Baxius, and I just end up saying Lord Sir Goodboy.
And still lost. Plunger goes in, and he's like, oh, I've got the tea. Grabs the speaking stone. He says, Anvil slept with Flag's husband, tissue box.
Who the fuck are they?
They're goblins, I know.
Oh.
If we knew them, this would be really juicy gossip.
Yeah, it's going to be low gossip. And then the other two go in, and they have their juicy gossip, but I won't tell you what they are unless they maybe get higher than you guys or something.
It's like, well, now I want one of us to win, but also I want one of them to win so I can find out the gossip. But we lose a flower.
If you want to cheat, I will allow you to try and listen in.
No, it's fine.
Okay, all right.
I don't want to lose time.
Fair. Okay. All right, who do you think has the juiciest gossip? I think that Dad paying Lucinda paying Lucinda's partners to leave her so that she's not happy because her work suffers when she's happy is very juicy.
Although I think what Lucinda said about Veronica Wiggins, that's more people are going to know Veronica, so that's going to cause more of a scandal. Like she's like a public figure, whereas Lucinda isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, like the Lucinda one is important to me. Also, I just don't think Lucinda should know that.
Yeah, I misunderstood the assignment. Rather than what's going to intrigue the most people, I said, right, let's focus on one person and what's going to hurt them the most.
But that makes it very juicy. But you're right. Like, the other gossip could be more damaging potentially.
Yeah. So I think the thing about Veronica, because that's more people will be outraged by that.
We're still going to roll to see what the T-Bass takes, but I'm going to give like a plus and a minus depending on how juicy it is. Like we'll rank the gossip, right? All right, so Wiggins gets a +4, Lucinda's rumor. Tarquin, you get a plus. That's probably juicier than Good Boy cheating and failing, right?
Yeah.
So a +3 to Tarquin's roll. I still think Good Boy's is probably higher than mine because literally nobody knows these goblins from a different realm.
Agreed. But how are we going to assign boosts to the 2 NPCs?
I'll just roll them.
Okay.
And they'll just get nats, whatever their natural thing is. Okay, go ahead and roll a d20 and add your modifier.
16.
Oh, I got a dirty 20.
Ooh.
Got a 5.
Oh, I got a 9. Or a 10, I guess, with the modifier. So Wiggin... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me roll the other ones. A 16 and an 8. So their secrets do not come out. Everybody goes through the booth, and then it pops up, and it goes...
Hey, did you hear? Veronica Wiggins has some clay servants that are like informants for her, and she pays them to spy on their masters, but when they give a scoop, they disappear.
Dun, dun, dun.
Like a big ripple of goes through the room.
Ain't that shit crazy?
Working in that room, you can get some real gossip over the course of a day.
It's true. We totally... If you wanted to hang out there, you might hear other gossip. There we go. That was the 4th one. We have spent 10, 20, 30, 40, 46 minutes so far. All right. Do we want to play Shot in the Dark?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So next game is Shot in the Dark.
I'm nervous about this one.
Here's how the game works. You're all in a station in there. They're numbered 1 through 6. The lights are going to go out and you take aim and you shoot and you're going to deal 4 damage to whoever you shoot. Whoever gets shot the least wins. But since you're all in numbered stations, you're going to try and aim for a station, which you'll call out. So you're going to say like station 4 is Plunger. I'm going to try and shoot Plunger. And then you roll. And that number, if you roll your same number, so if Lucinda was trying to shoot Plunger and she rolled either a 4, which is Plunger, or a 2, which is Lucinda, she hits Plunger. Otherwise, she hits whoever she rolls. And maybe we type out in our thing first. Like, so, put your number in and we'll do 1, 2, 3, enter, and then we'll read out who we're trying to shoot for. Does that work?
Yeah, okay.
Does anybody want to try and cheat and discuss strategy beforehand?
I reckon an easy cheat for me, because I could use my bionic eye again to see in the dark.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's true.
Yeah, I'm going to pay 2 minutes.
Okay. I'll let you can adjust up or down 1.
Okay. Do you know what these remind me of, Riley? Like, they remind me of the mini games you get in, like, Mario Party or something like that.
That's kind of what I'm going for. It's like little mini game type stuff, right?
Yeah, that is good fun.
Oh, you know what? Actually, you even know what the doors are, okay? We're just going to do that. So we have got competing with us. There's Posh McPoshface and Lombardo Moots.
I don't know why I find that name hilarious. Lombardo Moots.
So I've numbered us all. Tarquin is 1, Lucinda's 2, Good Boy's 3, Plunger's 4, Posh McPoshface is 5, Lombardo Moots is 6. Okay, everybody put in their numbers, and then on the count of 3, we'll hit enter. Okay, 1, 2, 3, enter. So Good Boy, Lucinda, and Plunger are all aiming at Posh McPoshface. Tarquin is aiming at Lombardo Moots. Okay, now everybody roll. And if you roll that number, 5 being Posh McPoshface, 6 being Lombardo, or your own number, then you hit them. Otherwise, you hit that number. So, we shoot.
I rolled a 5.
Ooh,
Nice.
okay.
I'm glad. I almost aimed at Lombardo Moots, so I'm glad I changed.
Yeah, I actually rolled a 6, so I end up hitting Lombardo, so no big deal.
I rolled a 2, but thanks to my cheat, I'm going to make that a 1, which is my number, so that will hit Lombardo, right?
Yes.
Saved your life, Lucinda.
Yeah, I just took a wild shot at Good Boy, sorry.
Ooh.
It's all right. I can take it.
Posh McPoshface rolled himself, so I just did a re-roll, and then he hit Plunger. And oh my goodness. And then Lombardo Moots shoots Posh McPoshface.
Who is looking decidedly weak.
There we go. That's round 1. Round 2, ready? Ready, set, go! Whoa, okay. This time, 3 people are trying to shoot Lombardo. That's Plunger, Tarquin, Good Boy, and then Lucinda's trying to shoot Posh McPoshface. Okay, roll your shots. Ooh. Plunger rolled a 6, which is Lombardo.
I rolled a 5, which I'm going to up to a 6 and shoot Lombardo.
I rolled a 1.
I also rolled a 1.
You bastards!
Sorry.
Then Posh McPoshface shoots 2. I think that's Lucinda.
Do I take that damage?
Yeah, so you take 4 damage. Oh, yeah. Thanks for reminding me. So in the last round, both Good Boy and Plunger took 4 damage to their health.
And in this one, I'm taking 8 damage, right? Because I got shot by Lucinda and Good Boy.
Yes. Posh McPoshface shot Lucinda, and Lombardo shot Posh McPoshface again. So there we go. Final round.
I feel like he has a vendetta. He has a vendetta against Posh McPoshface.
I agree. Okay. Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3, enter. Ooh, split. Both Good Boy and Plunger are trying to shoot Posh McPoshface, and Tarquin and Lucinda are trying to shoot Lombardo. Go ahead and roll your dice. Ooh.
Same again. I got a 5, which I'm upping to a 6 to shoot Lombardo.
I rolled a 5 again.
Oh, nice.
Nice, yeah. I shot Good Boy again.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
Good Boy.
So a 3, right? Plunger rolled a 4, which is himself, so he ended up shooting his target, which was Posh McPoshface. Ooh, Tarquin gets shot by Posh McPoshface, and rolled himself for Lombardo, which means Plunger 4. Okay, so Plunger gets hit again. All right, let's see who got hit the most and the least. Lombardo and Posh both got shot 5 times. Tarquin got shot 3 times. So you take 12 points of damage total.
Sorry.
Good Boy and Plunger both take 8 points of damage to their health because they got shot twice. Lucinda only takes 4 points of damage because she only got shot once. So Lucinda, you win. You come out with just one little bullet hole on you, and you get witch's milk flower.
Yay, thank you. One teeny tiny mortal wound.
Yeah, congratulations. Plunger going around shaking everybody's hands again.
Just convinced that he won. Yeah.
Hey, everybody wins because we all had fun shooting each other. My favorite type of game. Last thing. Oh, here we go. Last game. Kragan ball. So you've got these round bumpy balls that you're going to roll up this slope and into holes for points. I didn't come up with this game, obviously. That was a Matt suggested skee ball. I'm trying to think of a fun way to do this. I feel like, oh my gosh. See, again, if this was in person, you could literally do something with this. I'm thinking of like having 2 different dice that you...
We could just do like a D4 or a D6 and then have it be like whatever ring it goes into.
Oh yeah, like which hole it goes into?
Yeah.
How many balls should we 6 balls?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Does everybody have a piece of paper by them?
Yeah.
This could get messy. Can you draw pips? No. Let's just draw a target.
You draw yours and then hold it up so that we can just copy it.
So, I mean, that's not great, but, just like a target. Maybe make the center one like pretty precise. This isn't a great target, but
1, 2, 3, and then the center one. How, like on a whole piece of paper?
Yeah, make it so that your a D12. Make it so that your middle circle is a D20, the size of a D20. So then you're going to take a D12 and then you're going to try and roll it, like kind of go at an angle and you try and roll it into that target. And wherever it lands, that's how many points you gain. We could have done it actual skee ball style, but I figured this was probably easier.
So the middle one's worth...
The middle one's worth 10. The outer one is 7, then 4, and then 1.
Okay, and we get 6 throws.
Yeah, and you get 6 throws.
And we're just going to add them together, yeah?
Yeah. And outside of that is obviously a 0. So
Oh.
if you don't roll it in there, 0 points.
9. I overshot on like the first 3.
Oh gosh, it is so much harder than you would think. Yeah, so I got a 0, a 0, a 7, a 4. Oh, another 7. Oh fuck. That was that. I threw it and then just hit something and it bounced, like it deflected right back at me. Plunger throws it and it like it hits back into his balls and he's just like, oh, does that count? And he takes 3 points of damage.
Got 8.
I got 19.
Wow, okay. I got
Ooh.
15.
Yeah, maybe I was cheating. I don't know.
One person got 10, the other person got 12, and their names are Maximilian Diamond and Benedict Bailey again.
Centerbrand.
Did you text number 5's names?
Think so.
I don't think you specifically said it.
Well, I can remember them. Lombardo Moots and Posh McPoshface.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll send that text.
Thank you.
So, Lucinda, you won, right?
Yeah.
We probably could have done that one like one by one to make it more exciting, you know, like read out your numbers, but
Oh, well.
that's fine. This was good. Okay, we have finished the games, and that means how many points do we have total?
7, right? Because we won each game, but then one of them was tied, so we got 2 roses for that.
Yeah.
So we have, well, sorry, not roses. We have 7 witch's milks.
Bam! Amongst the 4 of us, pretty good, I think. We didn't lose any, so pooling those together, we've got a really good chance of just winning, right? Unless another group had an idea to do the same thing. We spent 68 minutes total, which means if the time frame is moved up, then we only have 22 minutes to the event. So whatever is going to happen.
Is it good to stop there?
Yeah, I think that's perfect. There's a little countdown timer. Oh, 24 style where it's just like...
That's what I was just going to say, except it's 22 instead of 24.
22, yep. Thank you, badasses, for listening. This episode had a lot of fancy names given to us from listeners. We asked on Twitter, Discord, social media for some fancy names, and these were the names we got and who gave them to us. Hopefully, I can pronounce them all. So, Posh McPoshface, Barnaby Grundlelord, Colonel Barnaby Wibbles, and Lord Sir Baxius Zidith Romanus III Esquire, first of his name, were all from Big V Roman. Winston Rothschild and Benedict Bailey were from Indignant Badger. Lombardo Moots, Maximilian Diamond, Aviern St. Shorewatch were all from Jeff from Big Campaign Stories. Veronica Wiggins was from Pan Rolls Dice. And then T. Paxton Studenbecker was from Voidshift_C. I hope that I got all of the names on there. I'm sorry if I missed any, but there are more fancy names to come in the next couple of episodes. Thanks, Allison, for joining us. I love both Allison and Lucinda. You can hear more of her playing Kids on Bikes, Kids on Brooms, Teens in Space, and then joining in reviewing board games on occasion on Phil's podcast, Organized Fun. You can follow us on the socials at FF Adventure Co. You can join our Discord and hang with us there. Links to everything we've talked about can be found in the episode description. If you want to support the show, you could leave a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, etc. We really appreciate that. We have a shop where you can get merch like t-shirts, mugs, and other fun stuff. We also have a Patreon. At the free level, you can listen to part 1 of our spicy hot sauce adventure. At the paid level, you can listen to exclusive episodes like our Honey Heist episodes run by Ian Moss. Last month, we released a chat after recording the first couple of episodes of like the entire podcast, and it has some of the things that make me laugh the hardest in there. I cry laugh even just thinking about some of them. This month, we'll be releasing a chat between Phil, Nick, and myself after we recorded that Shartleby adventure. It'll probably come out within the next week. And in that, we talk about some differences in how Phil and I run things, and then get into a bit of an analysis of the show and the characters. It's really fun, and I may have teared up during it, but I don't know if you can hear me tear up or not in it. Well, you tell me. By the way, incredible job BMing that Deimos Plunger adventure, Phil. Thanks so much for doing that. It was an absolute riot. Phil is so insanely talented at running games. So if you haven't checked out the games he's run on Organized Fun, definitely go check them out. I had originally planned on weaving this episode in with the others and what they were up to during this same time, but after recording the others, I realized they probably are best kept separated. So I'd still plan on 3 weeks though, as I work on editing those and making sure that they sound right. I want to release the best quality episodes that we can. That's it. That's all. So remember, the definition of insanity may be doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. But the definition of badassness is doing the same thing over and over again and getting different results. All right, that is group 1. So then let's do group 2.
Oh, my frivolous fact is that I like licking butts. I like licking butts. Butts. I'm the entire group.
There we go. There's their frivolous fact.
Just as I suspected.
What are you eating?
I can't legally tell you that.
There's so many possible answers. It's like, it looked like throw up. Was it before or after you ate it? Or it looked like shit. Was that after you ate it?
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Oh, yeah. That would have been better. Insert that. That's what I'm changing it to.
Okay.
Normally, people take pictures before they eat it.
Yeah, that makes so much more sense.
Boop. Lombardo Moots, Maximilian Diamond, Aviarin Saint Aviarin Saint Shore Watch, Avian Saint Shore Watch, Aviarin Saint Shore Watch. Boop.